Hello, we're Christian and Karine from CKPerformance Clinics and welcome back to our Wingfoil series.
In this episode, we're excited to take you through how to learn your very first foiling foot switch, the heel to toe.
You're riding heel side, a few steps, et voila, as if by magic, you're now riding toe side. The foot switch is an essential skill to master.
And the heel to toe is the one that we recommend you learn first.
Why?
It opens the door to the world of toe side. If you're yet to master your foiling heel to toe jibe, it's an opportunity to get onto and practice your toe side.
And why not learn the toe to heel jibe? Perfect! But where do you start? There are so many ways to switch your feet, and at first it can feel daunting. You're glued to the spot.
Our method of choice is the double step, 2 small steps each time. You don't need to be lightning quick, there's no rush. In fact, you have time to be balanced and in control each step of the way.
The aim of this video is to give you a starting point and the confidence to have a go. It's not an exact science, more a guide which you can follow.
It's worth noting that your first attempts at this foot change should be to get onto your preferred toe side.
If you don't have a preferred side, everything's possible. As always, choose conditions you're comfortable in. It will make the learning so much more enjoyable. Brilliant! Let's have a go! The aim of the double step method is to trick the foil that nothing is happening. How? Once again, it's all about balance.
In order to trick your foil, you need to get on the balance point of the board, where you can quite literally have a little boogie without upsetting your foil. As your feet move, they work in tandem to maintain equilibrium, whether from nose to tail or rail to rail. Think of it as a seesaw.
Depending on your foil setup, the position of the balance point will vary. The great news is, once you get the hang of it, it's a surprisingly generous zone.
When you move your feet, they inch together or apart around this zone. You can't just stand willy-nilly anywhere.
Imagine standing on a tire. You want to move your feet around it, one step at a time, rotating from your heel side to your toe side. Only your trunk and lower body are moving, turning as you step your feet. Ideally, your upper body and wing remain still. Let's see what can help.
A narrow stance. If you're used to riding with a wide stance, you'll need to narrow it. With your feet closer together, you'll be on a more stable balance point. You can do this slowly, inching your leading foot back and your rear foot forward, and vice versa.
Open offset stance. If your feet are offset and your hips open, already facing forwards, it will feel more natural to move your feet. If you feel glued to the spot, you can unlock your stance by pointing your front foot more forward.
Direction of travel. Finding your most balanced and controlled point of sail. The most comfortable for this foot change is sailing gently upwind, as you'll have less speed and feel more stable.
Wing position. You need to be standing on both feet, balanced over the board, rather than leaning against the wing. If you move your wing up a tad and gently shit out, it can support and help you balance without you leaning away from it. Let's dive into the method. The prep. You've narrowed your stance? Check. Your feet are offset? Check. You're heading gently upwind? Check. You're over the board with your wings slightly up? Check.
Point your leading foot forward and open your hips so that they face forward. You're ready.
The first double step opens your hips further so that they face forwards. Start with a baby step. Rotate your hips and bring your rear foot up and across.
This can be a deliberate step or a slidey shuffle.
You now have room to step your leading foot back next to your rear foot à la Charlie Chaplin. Your shoulders and wing don't join in, they stay fixed where they are.
You'll be surprisingly balanced as your feet are either side of the centre line and over the balance point. Take a breath.
The second double step is all about stepping into some form of toe side position, the switch.
Step your rear foot forward again so that it lands close to the centre line, angled forward. Don't go for too big a step, keep within the balance zone.
This is your new leading foot.
You can now step or twist your other foot back so that it points nicely across the board.
This is your new rear foot. You are now toe side.
Depending on where your feet have landed, a bit of tidying up might be necessary to stay balanced and up on the foil.
You need to give extra attention to your new rear foot. If you're getting too low, you need to put more weight on it or move it further back.
If your board is pointing up, move the wing forward to help get weight onto your front foot.
To get into a more comfortable toe side position, you might need to bring your feet closer to the center line.
Once you're done tidying up, get the power on by extending your front arm, pointing the wing forwards and sheeting in a tad.
For an in-depth toe side lowdown, check out our video on this channel. Get used to it. Practicing and visualizing the movement on land with your wing on your board will help no end.
Don't fly too high, it will give you more confidence. As you progress, you can go for a more positive and quicker foot change. With practice, you'll know where your feet should go.
The great thing is you have now unlocked another way to turn when needed, your foot switch into a toe-to-heel jibe. There you have it. The great news is the double step method will serve you well in all sorts of conditions, from light wind to strong winds.
You'll become more and more comfortable on your equipment as you learn about the balance point of the foil, and it'll set you on the path to the more advanced version.
Time to get practicing.
If you found this useful, please like, share and feel free to subscribe.
Cheerio!
Bye bye.